This is Witness with Lot to Learn, CBT guitar lesson for Damon. This is in standard tuning. Check it out. Okay, so let's jump in. That was a good chunk of it right there. Starts with a pick scrape about 6 seconds in. You know how to do those. Section 1A, 8 seconds in, is our E5 power chord. Open E, 2A. E5, same as just saying an E power chord. 2-string chord, sometimes 3. You're going to hit those, let them ring a brief moment. And then the rest of this, most of it's on the E string. Open, 3rd fret, pull off to open. Do that pull off again. And the open. So you have 5A, slide to 7, vibrato, rest. And you can use whatever fingers on the slide, that's not a big deal. So the main hook is the, and they all have different endings. So the next one, you're going to go open 3, pull open on the E, and then 3, pull open again. And then 2A, slide to 5, vibrato, rest. And then repeat the low E string again, open, 3, pull open twice, and then open. And then we have this D chord, open, open, A, D, 2G, and 3B. To an A power chord, open A and 2nd fret on the D string. You're going to play all of that 2 times. Open E and B, get 25 seconds in, just let it ring. Section 1B, 29 seconds in. Sounds like Van Halen there. Open E, palm mute twice, 5A. Open E, palm mute once, 4A. Then open E, palm mute once, 2A. And then repeat it, but we're going to do 1 open E, and then go, to the 5, open 4, open 2 again. And then bend the 3E. That's a whole step bend. So up to there. Into an A power chord, open A, 2D, just strum it. Just a reminder, when you're running through this single note passage here, make sure that when you do the fretted note, it's just a good habit all the time to mute above and below the strings. So I'm pressing actually a little bit on the lower part, so I have room up here to mute string 6. Goes against what a lot of books may tell you to do. At the end of the day, the book doesn't always have everything right. Once you play something, that's going to tell you. It's just going to keep things cleaner for you. 2, 3, 4. A suspended to A major, so 2nd fret bar D and G, and we need 3B. Strum those 3. Palm mute the open A, go right back to strumming again. And then 2nd fret D, G, and B. You can just lift that 3rd finger off, so it's 2 times total. Second one is like a pause. But either way, if you want to just keep them both solid, because that second time around you'll have like an open, no palm mute, pause, and then palm mute once and finish it. But either way, like I said, It'll do that 2 times, and then to finish the section, 2A, and then 4th fret D and G. You could bar that. You can use 3 fingers. Palm mute the A string twice, hit the D and G string on the 4th fret, and do that 3 times. Palm mute the 2A once, and then strum A, D, and G string as they sit into open 2-2 A, D, and G. So it's really a B5 with the octave to an A5 with the octave. 3 times. So you'll have, this part's a little interesting. So after the 3rd time, 2-4 AD, short pause, and then strum it again. And then open A palm mute, and then do that again. So it's ending on the open A palm muted, rest, 2 open A, 3 E, open A, 3 E, pause. So that outro section is repeats at 1:02 and 1:55. 2:15 timestamp section 1C. We have cool part. Open E, palm mute, down, down, up. And then 7A. He does slight vibratos on these fretted notes. Repeat it with the 5A. Repeat it with the 4A. Cool little run. 5E, middle, hammer 7. 4A up, 5E down. And then 4A up or down. Pick, hammer 5, pull 4, pull open. So that's got a lot of technique in it. Slow it. So you have and it plays it 2 times. Top of page 3, 2 minutes 24 seconds in. Same thing with, you're going to build them with power chords. So the only thing you're doing is, instead of a single 7 on the A, you're going to go 7A, 9D. Repeated with the 5-7 AD. This one's cool. Repeated with the 4-7 AD. And then the same riff that we ended the first part of this section with. And you'll do it twice, just like the other. So. The guitar solo at 2:32. Now he's using a slide bar. And I think we came across this in another CBT lesson I did for you. And you just had me tab out the notes rather than show you the slide. That's a pretty tough technique if you're not doing it often. So, but this is fine. This will sound good. 2G, slide to 4 with the 3rd finger. And then we're going to go. 2G, palm mute 4D. 4G, palm mute 4D. So just kind of use that 3rd finger like an anchor, a pivot, rather than lift, or you can use your pinky. 4, slide to 7 on the G twice, and then 4, slide. 2:36 timestamp, 14D. Use probably 3rd finger is the best. Slide to 16 on the D string. And then up, down, up, 16, G, D, G. Use it once again like a pivot. Picking in the direction of the next string. 15B, middle finger, 2 half-step bends. Half-step, 1 fret. So you're going bending a D to a D sharp. There's your target. Backing it with the index. So we have... Alright, moving on. 3rd finger 12D, slide to 16. and then 16G twice vibrato. 14 slide 16D, and then 16G. So here's what you got. And then go up, down, 16GD. 15B, 2 half step bends, and then 16G slide. So that ending portion goes. .242 timestamp, 17E, 19 twice, bend it a step and a half. You're bending an A to a C. You're bending this note to that. So it sounds like this. It's a pretty high bend. Definitely back it with the 2 fingers. Kill the note and then pick it without bending. So you'll have rest, slide. So it's 17 on the high E, 3rd finger. Kind of bar it, because we need 17 on the B as well. But you're going to shift up when you do that. 17B, bend, release. Or, I had the wrong fret, didn't I? Yep. So 17EB, bend, release. 15B, 16G, slide. That one's already subgrouped perfectly. Okay, 3rd finger, 14G, bend, release. And then 12, 14, 12, rest. And then 12 A and D, slide to 14. So we have. That's it. A bunch of repeats at 305. Coming off of that, section 1C from 224, 2 times, 2nd time, no star. In place of that is this. That'll make sense when you have your tabs. It'll repeat that stuff again, and it'll also do that part again. And then it's kind of not clear. I don't know why they didn't make this clearer, but what's implied is this. It's that little run we did. 5 hammer 7E, 4A, 5E, up down. 4 on the A pick, hammer 5, pull 4, pull open. And then down up 7, 9, A and D string, which is an E power chord. Oops. Then it slowed down. It's from here. There you go, Dave. Appreciate you, man.